Hi everybody, Pete Farmer here to unveil our new Farmer 4-pedal foot drum or drum kit. It's kind of a little similar in this sense. It might look a little more traditional in your eyes, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So let me show you 5 of my favorite features of this new Farmer 4-pedal kit. Now this is sort of a traditional kit in that we have our 3 classic combinations for a drum set. That's the bass drum boom, and that is the snare snap, and the hi-hat sizzle. In this case, we decided to add a ride. It could be a cowbell, it could be a splash cymbal, a crash cymbal, a tom drum, whatever it is. All these things are ultimately kind of interchangeable. Let's get to our my number one favorite feature that is kind of coming off of our foot drum. And that is our snare drag, or if you want to kind of call it a roll pedal, because the downward stroke gets a double stroke on the release if done properly. Here we go. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Or you kind of, find the little pattern within your foot that creates the sort of pattern you want to get. It's just a really nice fine motor control that you can learn with your foot to get some rather complicated drum kit patterns. Now, of course, you could add brushes, you could add other items. They're connected to these 2 levers that are kind of working in a scissor kick. If you wanted to add a 3rd snare, well, I'm not going to say you're not going to, you can't route a drumstick over there as well. Okay, here we go to my second favorite feature, and that is kind of the way I've paired up these sticks here on the right outer pedal. On that downward stroke, I have it playing that ride cymbal kind of close to the bell. And when I go down really hard, I'm actually going to engage the stick on the downside, but also a clamorous hit on these open hi-hats. Ordinarily, it's not hitting the bottom unless I really dig in. Another way that we've had this with some fun success is an egg shaker, and then the stick comes up, or the egg metal screw comes up and hits the bottom of the hi-hat on a really downward forced pedal stroke, and you get the kind of the egg shaker in that middle. So you actually kind of get 3 sounds: egg shaker, egg shaker, egg shaker, cymbal, egg shaker, cymbals, egg shaker, crash, egg shaker. Just a whole bunch of stuff that you can use with just the 1 pedal. Perhaps my 3rd favorite design on this is the idea that it's symmetrical. This drum is not going to favor a left or a right-footed player. You just let us know what side you want to dominate with your right foot or your left foot playing the bass. Most people prefer the right, and that is right there on the inside channel there. So you can switch those around so you can play your bass drum here and your hi-hat there. And I'll say that between the snare and the ride cymbal, of course, they can be switched around, and these sticks can slide all the way over or all the way back, or all the way over and all the way back, or you could rotate those levers all the way over. Everything up here is able to be dialed in to the way you hope to have it. You could have 2 blocks stacked on top of each other with a stick kind of going up in between them, playing the 2-tonal sounds. Of course, you could have maybe even a cymbal stack and having 2 of these sticks maybe kind of coming down, one from either side of the lever pair. There's just so many options. The 4th feature that I want to show you guys that I really find to be fun is, well, a wooden board that you can buy separately if you so choose to want to do this, that you connect to the front of your pedals. Now, the pedals are very low profile so that you can stand up without having to really tilt your body back. So to engage all the way down, you're not really much more than just the toe front. Now, I say putting your toes in the front because playing with the shin muscles is rather difficult over a long period of time. So turning around, you got the balls of your feet on that wood, and you can hold in a nice beat. feature that I think is always a feature of many of our instruments, if not all of our instruments, are their portability. Because if you're not moving it around to your friend's house or to a gig or wherever it is you want to play music, you're not taking it with you, you're not playing it. So if we can make it portable, unlike our poor friend, Mr. Organ, who doesn't get out of the studio very much because he's just too darn heavy. I don't want our foot drums to become dinosaurs, so I'm making them portable. I just think that's what people want. And when you look up at the top, you basically have this thin shell, but all of these elements can come off, including your mast and the pedals, and they can get stored inside the bass drum unit itself. The spurs fold up and all the L rods fold down, and you can fit it into a 23 by 23 inch hard case that's about 12 to 14 inches tall, made by a few companies about the way. Or you could just, you know, kind of tote it as it is, because you can pick up this whole instrument and you can just pick it up and have that be up on stage in no time.